So I think Catherine is about to complete one of the biggest comebacks I've ever seen in a Civ 5 AI-only battle. This is incredible. I don't even care if she doesn't even take any cities here, which more than likely she will from India. It's still amazing. Now, before we get too carried away here, it's really important that we keep in mind that, yeah, Russia doesn't have to deal with Mongolia anymore, but obviously Genghis Khan is going to be constantly a threat against Catherine. So she might end up taking 2 Indian cities here, which would be the best possible outcome for her. However, I mean, who knows? That peace treaty could be up with the Mongolians, and they might attack Russia again. So they're never really going to get out of it. I wouldn't be surprised if they do end up falling at some point in this campaign. But for what we know now, they're going to be safe probably for another, maybe 10, 20 turns. The AI usually doesn't go to war straight after the peace treaty is over, so I think it's safe to assume that they'll be around for another maybe 50 turns. However, things might get different. You never know. Let's go ahead and go to the next turn. And yeah, just the longer they stay alive, the more likely that Catherine will be able to survive, and as she gets these cities out of resistance, as you can see, there's still one Hunnic city that's in resistance, and as she decides to possibly boom, so that has gone to Russia. We knew about that, but let's see if she can pull out just the ultimate comeback and take Mumbai as well. The longer she holds on, and the longer that Genghis Khan doesn't declare war on her, the more likely that she'll be able to establish a footing within this territory, within this region of the map, get out a huge military to defend both Poland and Mongolia. See, that's the thing, because we almost know for a fact here that Mongolia and well, maybe not, we don't know for a fact, but we know that Mongolia and Poland are somewhat working together. They do have open borders, or at least they did. They have probably a mutual enemy. I know that they don't like each other. Poland and Genghis Khan both at one point declared war on Russia. Russia survived it, incredibly, obviously, but I'm assuming that they're going to try to, I mean, you never know. Now they do have a border. It might be less likely. They might desire some lands. Poland might desire lands, or Genghis Khan might desire lands. In terms of the wars that just popped up, we have 2 wars against Arabia, Rome and the Boyar, but nothing else, I don't believe. I obviously have to vote for the First World Congress. Assyria and Austria have peaced out. Of course, I'm just voting for the anti-embargo city-states. I don't know, whatever. Arabia is trying to embargo France. Interesting. Yeah, so I'm trying to embargo the city-states because I don't want to get in the way of the campaign. Don't want to vote. I mean, obviously there is certain points where I'm like, all right, let's go ahead and propose the World Congress or something like that won't affect one particular civ. Sometimes I vote for that, but I tried not to have a big impact, as you guys know, on the World Congress. All right, so I completely forgot about this. Wait a second. No, I lied. I'm sorry. I forgot the Roman-Arabia border. So they do border each other, and luckily for Arabia, incredibly enough, they actually had a navy, or they have a navy. I'm not sure if they're going to continue to have a navy. I mean, it seems like it's about equal strength with Rome. I think it's going to come down to who makes more dumb mistakes, and and to be honest, I think it's going to be Arabia, only because if they move a little bit too closely, well, because you have crossbowmen here located, you've got trebuchets that can also do some damage if they move them towards the southern part of the Italian peninsula. I think that even with this navy, Arabia will probably lose it. You also need to be careful of Greece. Greece is that's why I love these freaking AI only battles, because we have civs that do well that have never done well in the past, like Greece. Like, when has Greece done this well? I'm amazed at their military size. It's shocking. As long as they stay cool with Rome, then, I mean, they can really do a lot here. They're pretty well defended, especially Athens. So we have Isabella building the Leaning Tower of Pisa. Very cool. Let's go ahead and go to the next turn. And still don't know what Greece is doing with that huge military, but they for sure are defending their colony in North Africa, which is a smart choice. Let's go ahead and keep an eye on Mumbai. Uh-oh. It looks like Russia-Afghanistan. Now, that might have been a smart choice, but maybe not, because they might not be able to get territory. They might not be able to get to a military towards Afghan territory. That would be bad. Obviously, Afghanistan only has their capital within this location, but I don't think they realized that they lost a lot of their units. So yeah, this will probably fall to Mongolia. Yeah, that I would be shocked if it doesn't. There's no way. I don't think it could fall to anybody else. This is a puppet, so the AI will not be able to just build. I actually wouldn't be surprised if Afghanistan maybe takes over this city. It's completely undefended. They're gonna need another musket man. Yeah, it's too late now. because the only reason why I thought they'd be able to take Mumbai is because they had one fully healed musketman, and I guess probably India destroyed it. Any other wars that popped up? Nope, don't think so. Genghis Khan secretly plotting against Byzantium. He's been doing that for quite a long time. No big deal there. The Philippines are going to try to rush in there as fast as they can. They have open borders through the Korean territory. Actually, they did. Maybe they lost it. They could have just lost it, because it looks like they are not in Korean territory at all. We're going to find out within this turn. All right, Mongolia is losing troops, though, at the same time. The Huns, I believe, or no, I don't think the Huns are at war with India. I think they were at one point, but not anymore. Who knows? Ooh, Ethiopia border. And let's not forget they do have a border. And wow, that is going to be one heck of a war. The siege of this city is going to be very bloody. I mean, it seems like they're both somewhat technology on the same level technology-wise. The Ottomans are also in the war. Remember, the Ottomans do have colonies in along the Horn of Africa and here close to Cape. Is this Cape Horn, technically, down here? Actually, that might be, I think that's South America. I always forget that. This is Cape of Good Hope. That's right. But the Ottomans, yeah, the Ottomans don't have any troops, so they won't be able to help out at all from Bursa. But more than likely, I think what will happen is the Boyar will lose this city, but they'll take over this Ottoman city. That's what I'm thinking. We'll also have Mali joining in on the war against Arabia. People don't like Arabia for some reason. Maybe it's because they control the World Congress. Who knows? Denmark and Spain have peaced out. We have, what are the other ones? So we have France, Denmark, and Sweden, Denmark. There's the big one, Sweden, Denmark. So this might be it. I think for Denmark. I think Denmark might finally get destroyed. Sweden is pieced out with Byzantium. Probably a pretty good choice. They can't take over Byzantium anyways, at least not with their navy in the Baltic Sea, because Poland is kind of taken away a few tiles down south of the now Byzantine city. So yeah, this might be it for Denmark. Let's go and see if Genghis Khan takes over Mumbai. They probably will. I also want to keep an eye on what Afghanistan does in terms of how they go at it with Russia. Maybe they stay defensive. It's possible because Afghanistan, just sees the numbers, just sees how big of a force Catherine has under her control, and Afghanistan might be like, well, we're just going to stay down here, defend our capital. I wouldn't be surprised if that happens, unless maybe he gets some sort of vision, which he could be. He could be transferring a spy. He could be like, hey, wait a second, there's no units here, and it's a lot of open terrain, a lot of desert. Could happen. Genghis Khan has been losing units. They definitely have. They actually took this turn off to not attack Mumbai. Probably not the smartest choice, as well as that's not a good idea, because Russia's getting their musketmen back across just south of this Indian city. This is open terrain. If this Kashik is destroyed, they could just, boom, swoop in there. Yeah, they'd have to attack across the river, but no big deal there. Byzantine and Spain have peaced out. We are seeing some Ottoman-Persian conflicts. What else is going on? Anything else? No. How's the Arabian-Roman war? It's looking okay. Let's go ahead and check on the Boyar. There, yep, that city's going to fall. And see, one thing that's going to keep the Boyar a little bit safer, I guess, from the Ethiopians, this is a lot of rough terrain. A lot of rough terrain. Even though the Ethiopians have a lot of troops, the Boyar are going to have enough time. Well, actually, I don't know. Maybe the Boyar don't have that many troops. Africa is pretty crazy, and I'm absolutely loving it. I am freaking loving it. Whoa, look at Mali. But they might be sending over their troops for Arabian cities. That would be bad because they're opening up themselves for an attack against Songhai. Yes, they're definitely opening themselves to, kind of up from that. Arabia looks like they have lost 2 ships, maybe even more. Like I predicted, those trebuchets were going to come down, and they're being attacked. India built the Forbidden Palace. That's good. More than likely, we won't have to vote, I don't think, in the next World Congress. Hopefully not. Mongolia and the Ottomans have peaced out, which is kind of good for the Ottomans because Mongolia is continuing to reach further and further down south. I think that we were right in predicting that the Philippines had just lost their open borders agreement with the Koreans. Anything else that's happened? Japan looking strong. Look at those samurais. Look at those samurais. I know that there are a lot of people that picked Japan. Also, I picked Japan to win this campaign. They haven't been doing much, but don't count them out. They can pretty much, they did exactly what they needed to do. They didn't, I would say it's probably a better strategy for the AI to not even be concerned with the politics inside of continental Asia. Just stay on the Japanese mainland, And then when it comes your time, start to colonize California. So, no, I mean, Japan's still very much in it. What's going on in Southeast Asia? Love this region of the map. Champa look like they might have the biggest navy. The Philippines don't have a navy at all, and neither does Indonesia, really. And also, I'm going to continue to hopefully look at the mini-maps because we're about to see a colony pop up at any point here. Pretty sure we're going to see a new colony pop up, I think, at any point. Ooh, the Ottomans sending over their navy. Where did they even build the city from? It had to have been here, I'm guessing, right? There's no way they got them around. But Bursa is going to fall. Yeah, Bursa will fall to the Boyar right now. The problem is now they have to worry about the Ethiopians. It's going to be perfect timing. If the Boyar move first, actually it doesn't matter either way, but they've got to start moving troops up north to protect their cities. Ethiopia is looking pretty strong. I just love that there is no clear dominant power in Africa just yet. I completely forgot that Songhai was still after Carthage. They might have some luck here. Because Carthage is, well, they've got 2 cities stationed inside of their capital. Or 2 units, I should say, stationed inside their capital. But we'll see. How's Sweden doing? They're having a little bit of trouble as well. But their units are getting around. Mumbai, I think, will still have one more turn to stand. No! Did they peace out? Yep, okay. Boyar took that Ottoman city away. Yes, they did. Wow. Wait a second. Now, Russia did not peace out. Russia did not peace out, and now they're sending over units. This is crazy. Mongolia has made some pretty drastic mistakes. India has also peaced out the Philippines, so there's bam. If Catherine doesn't want to peace out, then she can probably take Mumbai over. It's going to be difficult because of this lake, though. This lake is going to make things really hard for the AI because they're going to want to embark, and an embarked unit being attacked by a city bombardment is going to get destroyed every single time, almost just one-shotted. So we're going to keep that in mind. Definitely keep that in mind. Anything else that's going on? Arabia, India is probably feeling much, much better. The Koreans are still after this northern Vietnamese city. They've got it down by a lot, probably thanks to their Hawachas. These are very, very powerful siege units. But I think they might do it. They probably, did kind of the Genghis Khan territory, Genghis strategy, where, remember, they attacked China in the beginning of this campaign. It didn't go so well. They backed up, they reinforced, and they attacked it again, and then they just rolled over it. So we might see that same thing happen. Look at Vietnam has, no military units at all. At all. So Korea's probably not going to give them a peace deal anytime soon. Usually that's the case. At least that's the case when an AI considers peace with a human player. Wow. All right. So this is awesome. This is so much fun. What is going on down south? The Ethiopians are dangerously close to taking their first Boyar city over. Zulus still have not colonized southern Madagascar. I think the Congo are being very quiet about everything. So Mali is sending their troops over towards they are sending their troops over towards Arabian territory. This is excellent for Askia because boom, all his units were up north. Carthage has been destroyed. Now Songhai will start to move down south. Man, wow. Oh my goodness. Spain and Austria have declared war. Oh, Greece and Austria. And Ethiopia was able to take over this Boyar city. So, I mean, I think the front runner, I think we all have to consider the Ethiopians as the front runner for now. Remember, they also founded Eastern Orthodox. This is the holy city for Eastern Orthodox. That is giving them a little bit of extra bonuses, of course. Religion is a kind of a bigger deal. I try to make religion a big deal in these AI-only battles, but it's a way bigger deal than I think we all consider. There's only 6 religions in the game, or 7 religions in the game, each game, and if there's 42 civs, I mean, just only 7 civs getting those big bonuses, that's a big deal. Especially if you have a dominant religion like the Ethiopians do. I'm not sure if it's widespread, but I'm saying that I think they have a lot of, good beliefs. And we'll check over the religion probably in the beginning of the next video. I'll look at cities and stuff like that. Korea and India have peaced out. That's going to keep them safe. Again, everyone's giving Gandhi peace deals, except for Catherine. Catherine has not decided to do so. Mali and Arabia. Congo and Arabia have peaced out. Okay. We've got Persia, Mongolia, Songhai, and Persia. Persia's going to be okay. Wow. And yes, Korea did in fact take over that city. Wow. All right. Too many wows, Drew. Way too many wows. So this is very, very bad. This might be the end of Vietnam. Like I said, they've got no units whatsoever, and Korea has this is like their best time to strike. Completely forgot that India and Afghanistan are still at war. Totally forgot about that. Oh, Vietnam, this is not good for you, dude. This is really, really bad. We also have Songhai, Rome. Oh my goodness, and Congo, Songhai. Oh man. All right, well, just so they're going to need to bring their troops down south very, very fast. Luckily for the new Carthaginian city that Askia took, Rome is kind of distracted by both the Arabians and, obviously Askia himself. Oh my goodness. Let's check on Denmark. Denmark should fall next turn, I think. This is no, it won't. You need a range. You need a melee unit, which this Caravel is, but you got to get over there fast. Genghis Khan planning against the Huns, the Romans, looking like they're gonna go through maybe Swedish territory to find a city. That's what it looks like. With Arabia, Japan, India building another wonder, the Red Fort. Actually, he built the Forbidden Palace. I forgot about why did I say another? And then I remembered, the other wonder. Ah, see, here's the thing though. Wait a second, let's check on Greece, Austria. See, a lot of the military power from Greece comes from the Mediterranean, comes from their navy. They don't have a lot of land units, so this might be difficult for attacking Vienna. This might be very, very difficult. There are so many game-changing wars that are going on. It is so hard to keep up. It is incredibly hard to keep up. Champa, of course, have a lot of happiness. I'm pretty sure that has to do something with their unique units, unique building, something like that. That's pretty big deal. Yeah, Russia's struggling to take over Mumbai. They're sending over. Ooh, what is Poland doing? Is Poland going after? I can't remember if Poland is going after India too. Completely forgot about that. Korea is regrouping. The Philippines they're stuck in between Korean and Mongolian territory. Anything else that's going on? What about the Ethiopians? Yeah, I don't think there's going to be any more exchanges of cities. So this kind of worked out for the Boer. The Boer. I apologize. I always I've been butchering that name sometimes, and I seriously apologize. Did not mean for that. France is gaining some strength, man. France is gaining some strength. I mean, we're not talking about France, and I get that they're not involved in any wars. But compared to England, I think that, well, I don't know. There are a lot of longbowmen. You would not want to attack Elizabeth right now. Those are very, very good defensive units. But I'm just saying. I mean, France is in a tough spot because they don't really have anyone to attack. Maybe they wait for England to be, to upgrade all those to Gatling guns and stuff like that. You might have a little bit more luck, but that's crazy. Indonesia finishing up the Sistine Chapel. Did Sweden take over this Danish city just yet? No, but they're losing a lot of units in the process. So that is not good. Let us check in on Mumbai. That's okay. Hey, I mean, they're looking better than ever. They're looking better than ever to take over this northern Indian city. You've got multiple range attacks and 2 musketmen. That's all you really need. Anyways, guys, I'm about to stop right there. So much going on. Hopefully everyone's keeping up. I can barely keep up. I'm just looking around and seeing sort of numbers fly by me, and I'm like, oh, that's right. Oh, that's right. That's right. Ethiopia's still going for it. As well as, don't forget about the Congo, Songhai. As well as, Songhai, Rome. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I will see you guys next time.